Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over the Conkeldurr Community Day information. What move is it going to get? And I have some tips here for you, not just make sure you get some star pieces and pineapple berries. I got some more in-depth stuff that you're going to want to know. So with that said, let's get into it. This video took me forever to start because this microphone was being a pain in my butt. I had to make sure all the cables will face the right way. The road sign faces me when plugged in. It's like, come on, what is this crap? Anyways, let's go ahead and go over this, folks. How you doing? Give this video a thumbs up. Welcome back. All right, so we are going to be seeing the Timburr Community Day, and it's going to be starting at 2 p.m. local time, going until 5 p.m. local time, all right? And you're also going to be able to see a raid type of deal at the end. We'll go over that. All right, the bonuses are going to be 3 times stardust for catching. Are you kidding me? And then you're going to see your typical bonuses that you usually do see: 3-hour lures, 3-hour incense, ×2 catch candy, as well as extra XL candy, and additional special traded, as well as 50% reduced stardust for a special trade. And then, of course, the Timburr spawns. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to talk about the stardust. So 3 times catch stardust, which is going to be incredible. Now, this microphone is still fidgety as hell. I think I need to go get another cable. I don't know what's going on. I paid a lot of money. But you need to make sure you turn on the star piece and catch as many Pokemon as you can. If anything, if you don't care about this community day, get as many Pokemon as you can so you can accumulate as much stardust as possible for this event, because 3 times catch stardust, get as much as you can. Had to throw this extra one in here. There we go. Maybe I can do it right now. So you're going to be seeing that raid hour start. Well, not raid hour, the raid deal for Herdier starting at 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. in which you're going to have that whole duration to evolve those Timburrs into Herdier and to finally Conkeldurr to receive Brutal Swing. That is the move it is going to be getting. Brutal freaking Swing. We're going to go over that. I have a lot of thoughts on that and tips. Okay, let's go over it. We're going to take a look at how good it does perform as well in the Master and the Ultra League, and which one you want to focus on. Is Brutal Swing even good? And a few other tips so you can prepare for something regarding Conkeldurr in the future for this community day. All right, so we will be seeing, I said Herdier, Gurdier. No, that's the name, Gurdier. Gurdier raids starting at 5 p.m. and then you're going to be seeing Timburr task. 100% IV for that is going to be 563. Good luck on that Shundo. I got my Shundo. Let's go. All right, taking a look at some of my collection here. Let's go ahead and start that right about now. Right, so Timburr, shiny Timburr was something rare to be had in the past, but now the value is going to drop all the way down to the ground because Community Day does that for every single shiny that is released. That's why I'm urging you to not go so hard on some of these raids that we are going to be getting that are a little enticing, like, I don't know, Dino back in the day, and then a few others that are introducing slowly but surely, like, I don't know, Goomy, which is definitely going to get a Community Day. So I do have plenty of good ones here, including my Shundo 100% completely maxed out Conkeldurr 100% IV. I can't believe it. Absolutely amazing. Do have this 98. I will be probably, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I've made a couple of Conkeldurrs because I was excited, but I just kept getting better and better ones until I got the Shundo and I couldn't believe it. So is Conkeldurr good, folks? Is it a good Pokemon? Yes, it is good, but there's a few caveats when it comes down to this Brutal Swing crap that we're going to take a look at. So let's go ahead and get into this beautiful Shundo there. Love it. Absolutely a prize. But with that said, before we do get into that, one more thing here. Let's go ahead and take a look at where it's going to be performing in the raids, right? How good is it going to be? Taking a look at all of the fighters. All right, you have Lucario, Mega Blaziken, Mega Heracross, Shadow Machamp, Terrakion, Shadow Machamp again, Lucario, Shadow Hariyama. Freaking Shadow Hariyama is now on the page 1. Shadow Blaziken, Mega Lucario, and it goes on and on and on until you see. Let's just go ahead and fast forward this here. Where is it? Where is he? Where is he? Conkeldurr on page 3. Okay, sitting at 16.8 DPS, which is it's okay. You know, it's pretty good. It's all right, but it's not the best around because the competition is very steep when it comes down to being the top of the top attacker now, since we do have shadows and these megas, so it's definitely going to be hindered when it comes to those. But when do you want to power one up for raids? It's definitely good for a nice unique fighting type attacker for raids because it's also going to be decent in the Master League. Okay, but with that said, let's see what it is going to do for the Master League and for the Ultra League. And then at the end, I'm going to give you my final tip on what you want to do for Community Day, which could potentially help you out in the future regarding Timburr and another, I wouldn't call it form, but type. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start this here. So looking at the Master League for Conkeldurr, sitting at a number 94 on PV Poke. That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad. And they still perform a kick of ass. So sitting at 94 isn't bad. We've used it many a times. We've hit Legend with Conkeldurr. I mean, the thing is a beast, right? But what is Brutal Swing going to do for it? Well, right out the gate, it is going to cost less energy than Stone Edge. So you got yourself a bait move here. You have coverage for Psychic as well as Ghost types. Okay, but what did you really need Stone Edge for? I don't know, the Flyers. Fairy types. What's going to happen when you go up against a fairy? You're going to get absolutely destroyed. Taking a look at what it is going to be doing here up against Ho-Oh. I mean, you're winning because of Stone Edge, okay? If you don't have Stone Edge, you're going to lose to Ho-Oh. So that's a wrap already. Right out the gate, you're done. You're still going to be performing okay up against the rest of the Pokemon that it is going to be going up against. As for Yveltal here, you can defeat it with Dynamic Punch. So you do not need Stone Edge going up against Yveltal because it is going to be part Dark. Brutal Swing, it doesn't do it. Oh, well, I didn't switch it up. I put Oblivion Wing on Yveltal and it still loses to Conkeldurr. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Typical things that you're going to be beating, and it stops at about Zacian, Zekrom, Reshiram, Metagross. Metagross is a loss. It's really energy dependent, okay? So if you have Brutal Swing, it's going to be a lot better. So you're sitting at a 54%, right? Was that a 54% there? Now let's go ahead. It's the same thing, okay? So it doesn't really matter. So we put it on Brutal Swing. It is going to be the same percent. It's not broken. It just stays literally the same. So you move it down here. All right, we're going to look at it first again, okay? Oh, 54.4. I should have known. 444. And then it's sitting at 444 still, okay? So there's your Brutal Swing. Taking a look at what it's going to be good up against. Now, if I would scroll down here, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I was confused. That's right. I was like, is it broken here? Yveltal still. Zarude, Melmetal, Ursaluna, Rhyperior, Metagross is now on the list for 6 because the Brutal Swing super effective. Swampert, Snorlax, it's all staying the same. The only thing you're picking up is Metagross and you're losing Ho-Oh. I mean, I'm sure there's a few others, but for the most part, is Brutal Swing going to be doing it for it? Not really. It's going to be interesting. It's not the best around, but it is going to be at least doing something as far as you being able to bait Pokemon at this point and not sitting there with Dynamic Punch and Stone Edge, even though those are good moves, but now you have a little something. You could go Brutal Swing Stone Edge, but I highly doubt. I don't do that actually. Never mind. That was a bad suggestion. So when it comes down to this thing having Brutal Swing, I went up against everything that it would typically be good up against with it, and it doesn't even do anything for it. Not at all. The only thing that changes is the Metagross situation. And I'm sure there's a few other situations where there's Pokemon that are just not always used in the Master League where it could do a little bit more damage with Brutal Swing, but you're probably never even going to see those Pokemon anyways. Mewtwo, forget about it. What are you gonna Brutal Swing it out of here? I mean, if their shields are down and you have an energy advantage, maybe you might be able to, but you're not looking great with Brutal Swing. No, I'm not excited for this. No, I'm happy for the Community Day, but this move is garbage. I was hoping for something else, and I was dreading the fact that we were gonna get this because I knew it was just gonna get shut down by fairies or other things. It gives it a little bit of an edge on baits, but that's about it. Taking a look at the Ultra League here, it's not doing much better. I'm gonna have to say I think it's gonna be better with Brutal Swing in the Ultra League. I mean, you can bait and stuff with Brutal Swing, but there's just a lot more Pokemon that you're going to be able to actually threaten in the Ultra League as opposed to the Master League, where what things do you want to see with Brutal Swing? Mewtwo and Giratina, and you're still getting absolutely destroyed by those, okay? So yeah, there's just the bait factor going on here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Ultra League. We've been looking at it here. Dynamic Punch and Stone Edge. Okay, we're putting on Brutal Swing. We're sitting at 38.8. And then we put Brutal Swing on. I do believe it goes up. 49. Okay, so it's going up, and that's why I think Ultra League is going to be better for it to have Brutal Swing. I mean, it could be just as good in the, in the Master League, but I just think it's going to be performing a little better here in the Ultra League. That's just my personal thoughts here. All right, so you're destroying Ninetales. Okay, let's go. I don't think you need Brutal Swing to do that, to be honest with you. But as far as all these Pokemon, it's looking interesting, but Brutal Swing is not honestly looking great. You're still losing to Trevenant. I mean, you're still losing to the damn Ghost and the Psychic types. Again, if you had shields down and they had just enough health to take them out, you could have went Stone Edge anyways. But I guess Brutal Swing will be coming in handy in those pinch situations. So I was so confused as a kid. I was like, in a pinch, like what the freaking hell is that? Oh, it means when you're almost dead. Okay, just say that. Just say, oh. All right, trainers. So I had to redo the ending because my microphone, the USB, I had to tape it and make sure it was bent this way because, I don't know, it breaks after a month, the cable, and I've done nothing but sit here and do audio. Anyways, there you have it. I had to cut out the rest because it started cutting out. But there you have it. It's looking pretty good. Now, the last tip that you're going to want, what I was going to say is to focus on getting as many XL candies as possible so you can make a Shadow. Shadow Timburr may be coming into Pokemon Go one day. And if you have enough XL candies to make the Shadow Conkeldurr, it is going to be an absolute beast. That is the final tip for you as far as collecting candies. Get as much Stardust as you can, get as many XL candies as you can, get a pretty decent one for Ultra League, and get as close to 100 as possible that you can for the Master League because it's something that you do want to power up. Brutal Swing is not necessarily a great move, but Conkeldurr in general is definitely a good Pokemon to have. And there you have it, okay? I can't believe that this video took me several hours to make. Holy crap, I should have had this up at least an hour to 2 hours ago. Unfreaking believable. Now, one fun thing I want to leave you with here is some trolly talk from people. I know, look, it's just fun talking about them. I enjoy it. If you're like, stop focusing on the haters. Look, I love you all, and I thank you all for the support so much, and don't forget to hit that like button. But I just love talking about them because they're so fascinating. It's a fascinating thing to just observe being in this position. These people just trying to just grab at my feet just constantly. So in their bag of insults, they have reached the bottom of the bag. They have nothing else actually because they're reaching in and there's nothing left, so they're just making things up which make no sense. They've gotten to the point where they're now insulting me because I don't look old enough for my age. I look young for my age. That's the insult. I look too young for my age. Oh my goodness, I am going to cry myself to sleep tonight. I'm going to cry myself to sleep and tell God, why, God? Why? Why, God, did you make me look so young for my age? I can't take this torture anymore. Ah! I love this shit. Oh my goodness, let's go, baby. Living that Pokemon Go dream. Let's get it. All right, these people just can't stand the fact that I make videos. It's so good. I love it. But anyways, just gotta dig in sometimes. You know, take the lemon and squeeze it on the cut, and then you take there's a Ren and Stimpy episode I remember. This literally, I wouldn't say scarred me, but I remember the hell out of this. This guy took a cheese grater on his arm on Ren and Stimpy and cheese grated his arm, then put lemon on it, then put salt. I was like, what is this crazy crap I'm watching? But it was one of my favorite shows. Anyways, let's go. They're cheese grating themselves. That's what the haters do. They're cheese grating the arm and putting lemon and salt. Why are you doing it to yourself? Yeah, just bringing more people to me. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, I'll catch you all next time and take care.